Uriyo nade jokanyanam. Waro ku emagenga od mbaka kama wago mbekni wa wagluo. Kawuono dichi makawuono wado go mbaka moro ma joluo we kabisa. Wado go mbaka ewi kakane walemo. Kane pok musungu biro. Bende wan gi Nyasachwa. Kose ni wakiaga Nyasaye nyaka musungu ne bika. Studio kawuono wan gi wod luo moro mongire kabisa iluongo ni Brian Mfana mokoluongo ni South Africa. Adwa miye thuolo mondo fulre kende. Sol
ber
nango.
Achio maber.
Fulre ni jokanyanam.
An nyinga Rasto Nyamanga Mfana. Anjathum. Arts be ahero.
Yes.
To gik moko matut mag luo.
Yes.
Benda ahero.
Mfana be nying luo die.
Koro mano debate mora monego wayaw mana book mora manyie. But Mfana ka ng'iyo roots mage, ka ng'iyo tir kuma oaye, ochal kagima oa Tanzania konde. Nikech Nyamanga ginigo kineno border ntie border Nyamanga. Koro Mfana, it looks like a very old name.
Yes. Ero kamano Mfana. Ade nyinga mamit kabisa.
Ero kamano.
Kawuono wan kodi ka ingeche ang'ei kaka amanyo dholuo mar passionate about gik luo history apani timo research asego kodi mbaka mang'eny. Koro wado wuoyo gi jokanyanam gi. Penjo na mokwongo. Kapok ne missionaries obiro e Kenya, e Africa, e luo land ka. Bene walemo. Ere kaka ne walemo?
Lemo, kata kaking'iye maber, the word lemo.
Yes.
Joluo ng'eni wan gi words mang'eny man gi meaning achiel.
Yes.
Words achiel man gi meaning mang'eny. Kata kwa wacho ni olemo. To kiloke ni olemo.
And a fruit.
And fruit. Yeah? But king'iyo maber ni lemo, lamo. Ineno? It means, worship.
Yes.
Yeah? So if a word existed in Luo culture, the action existed.
Yes.
Yeah. The same way, jela did not exist because we did not have prisons.
Mimi wakao jela kum Kiswahili.
Kata kamano, in Luo, waonge hell. Nikech hell did not exist in Luo language. In Luo culture, we do not go to hell.
To polo?
One God.
Wan gi polo motimo boche.
Exactly.
Ok polo ma Nyasaye odaki. Polo makakoth biro to lokre rateng.
Exactly. So Luos do not have hell.
Yes.
Because we only believed that kawa seto ndiye kumawadhiye.
Yes.
So that becomes an object of our Luo religion in itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Koro lamo, oklemo. Wayiere ne walamo chon dong. Ere kaka ne walamo either joluo kata Africa ne ji lamo nade kapok nokel religion modhi wuoye mbele.
Aneno kuma kaka koro lamo nochakre chon. Nikech Luo nitiere sigana moro ma wagoyo ga, tigoye Sudan, igoye West Africa, igoye kuonde mang'eny. To sigana ni en sigand yawuoyi ariyo. Kaka nigi pogore. To ung'e maber, Nyikang'o gi the brother Arua. To king'iyo maber sigana no iwacho ni kaka gino nochakre, iwacho ni Nyikang'o had a sacred spear. Which means he symbolized leadership and rule. And one day that sacred spear no lal nikech the brother Arua no chuogo jowi seche moko be wacho ni liech. To kano liech oringo gi spear no donje bungu, iwacho ni Arua no dhi e bungu dhi manyo spear no. Nikech there was now problem dala nikech now the leadership had been dismantled. Let us keep in mind that in any ancient civilization, religion went well with leaderships and power. The kingdom had priesthood. The priesthood also was part of the kingdom. So this is now the beginnings of the story of what the kingdom looked like. The king, the kir, the leader. So when Arua no dhi e bungu, no dhi bo manyo spear no. To iwacho ni no manyo ndalo mang'eny, bo gore piny kuom ol, no jony. To jony mare ni kochiewo koyawo wang'e, to ochiewo to yudo ka mama moro moti, madayo, ng'iye. To obwok, to wacho ni obwok ka gima noneno min ngima. In fact, in Sudanese songs, wacho ni nyikang'o buok kong'iyo koyudo min ngima. So when he woke up, he was taken to a house called Kivu, which was what we call a house of many shields.
Yeah.
And he told him, look for the shield. Man shield no, man spear no, ibro yude. To kano se yude, no miye tego moko. Onyise ni tego gi. Magi e koro gik mibro tiyo gode e koro. Ibro ng'eyo gik mang'eny, ibro ng'eyo yath, ibro ng'eyo gik mang'eny. You will know so many things through this tego. My take is the receiving of tego, because tego is used in so many ways in Nilotic worship.
Yes.
Yes?
Obviously.
Shells, you know, some certain trees that have been dug in between to create jewelry. And even today in legend, tego poditi yogodo lemo.
Yes.
So one tego, one walungo ni Arua, he was the first priest. He was the first Jakoro. He was the, he was the first one to establish what we call worship.
Bas.
Yeah.
Koro one gi ancestral spirits gi sacred places mene waleme.
Correct.
Kaka ma joluo ne ragot ramogi. Ne walemo ka wang'iyo got ramogi. Gokinyi ilemo king'iyo wuok chieng' dong. Ni to godhiambo ting' ilemo king'iyo podho chieng', ori ilemo king'iyo got ramogi. To lembwa nobedo connected gi ancestors wa.
Correct.
Ere role mene ancestors wa play a connecting wa gi Nyasachwa mene iluongo ni were bongo nyaka laga.
Koro gimonego ng'e mokwongo kapok uluongo ng'ato nying, onego ng'e ni nying no wachang'o.
Yes.
Kiwacho ni nyaka laga. Mano en two words, nya, which means the woman of laga, or the nature. Nya means nature, which is female in contextual form, mostly in Luo. Ngano sani koro ni obet kanyo gi nyama ndase moro.
Nya pesa ne moro matini wuode.
Obiro gi nyachiego ne moro koro ni en gi nyanyiego ne moro, which means nature, which is female. To kiwacho ni nyaka laga. Manyiso ni lago means to what? To crawl laga. Yes. To crawl on. To nyaka laga ni came from the fact that we say the spirit moved from you to me. Olaga, to lago, to lago, to lago kocha. Yeah. So when we start to say, give the divinity the names, in Luo culture, you'll be shocked that in most cases, the divine names attributed to the great creator is actually very female. Something manokelo na watch mang'eny sana a takeover development group when I posted a paper called Nyasach. Nyarsai.
Nya.
The daughter.
Nyarsai.
Yes, exactly. The daughter of Sai.
Matene time wacho ni spiritual one Nyasachwa nen a female.
A female.
Yes.
A female.
Nyaka laga Nyasai.
Exactly. To Nyamgundu Wodombare, who came out? Was it a female or a man?
Simbi
Nyaima was exactly the same. When Luos were crossing the Blue Nile, coming into Uganda to form Butoro Kitara at a place called Kitugum, we say that ntie jakoro moro mano release certain type of birds, which were chicken, but the sacrifice of the chicken was not accepted. Koro nyako moro obira out of the crowd. To obiro to release aluru mang'any. To when she released this aluru, the waters of the Blue Nile started to dry up, allowing us to enter into Uganda. That is the story of Moses according to Luo culture.
Yes. Koro kumimulo no kela penjo moro maketo mbele but adwa connect e ginen.
Okay.
Winjo kaka study history, winjo ka story mar Moses no bedo replicated.
Correct.
Ineno ka iyudo ka sani kikao jaluo moro. Bi gone mbaka mar Luanda Magere.
Correct.
Tibro winjo ko wacho ni magone mbaka okona resist. Mago o discredit To kigone mbaka Samson memuma to yie to mbaka Samson gi mbaka Moses, mbaka Luanda and the same thing. En manane mar Samson nonde ke book.
Correct.
Ka igone ngato mbaka Gor Mahia ngene kogalo ne hono, kogalo ne ki somo history ne notimo gik magala kabisa. Kogalo no wacho nyaka biro mzungu ni almost 30 years kapok gibiro.
Odongo we ang'adi matin kapok idhi mbele nikech aneno ka inyalo ringo ne jogi mbele ndi kapok gimako mita magimite mowacho. Watem mon wadhi mos Martin. Let's go back a little bit. Yes. We breathe in and breathe it out. This tribe, these people you call Nilotes.
Yes.
They are the only cluster with a very rare kind of blood. Very rare. When Joseph Kony was asked, why are you fighting? And he said, he's fighting to preserve and protect a royal Luo bloodline from being exonerated. Yeah? He is protecting to fight his Luo bloodline, royal bloodlines. Okay? And for me, when I looked at that, I said, but this gentleman, who the world has probably brandished into one of the toughest, hardest criminals.
Omiya nying marach.
Yes. But cause marichal nadeni. So I started asking myself, what is the origin then of us as a Luo people? Where did we come from? And why are we so different? Why are we so black? Why are we so tall? Why are we so different from our Bantu brothers? It all goes down to royal bloodlines.
Yes.
It all goes down to a bloodline that is traced from an original source. You know? And I was shocked again to find a certain study that said, actually, the rhesus null blood is found sana mostly among Nilotics, which means that the original first bloods are found inside the Luo tribes. I'm not saying we are more special than anybody. Special. But we have to look at origins, origins.
Okaparanirach wacho no one special berach gech kata mana jo Israel be wacho ni gin god chosen to gin mane gi wacho ni ji gin god chosen according to book magen ndiko.
Exactly.
Koro kano yien gi pakro to go be wanya pakre no be wana special.
Now wait a minute. Emo kuma kele. When you read Luo Kitwa Gitimbewa. If you read Luo Kitwa Gitimbewa, if you're very keen, you'll be reading the book of Leviticus in the Bible. You'll be reading the book of Numbers in the Bible. A lot of what is being spoken in Luo Kitwa Gitimbewa appears untouched, unscathed, unchanged as they appear in the books of Leviticus. That tells you that these people who wrote the Bible must have had a contact or in connection with an African tribe, which are the oldest tribes in the world.
Yes.
Okay? So, and one of them, and I have traced so much of these similarities that appear in the Bible, and some of the similarities that appear in African cultures, and I have found that the whole African continent is nothing but the book of Numbers and Leviticus. It is the Old Testament is happening in Africa.
In Africa. Exactly.
All those two miracles about Samson, someone who had locks, someone who has his strength, and then the strength was being taken away by a certain, figure, a female figure, Biroto Wonde. This, how come they exist in Luo cultures and at the same time they exist in biblical cultures? It is the answer to that, and has always been, is that these happenings that happened did not happen at the time of the Hebrews exactly, but they were copied from an older text, and these older texts are written nowhere but in stone in the walls of Egypt and southern Sudan.
Ingeche iwacho ni kata 10 commandments. Okay, wacho kisomo ti 10 commandments. We go to the Egyptian book of death.
Exactly, which are the 42 laws.
42 laws. To no gol gi kanyo. Mano kela penjo moro. Wajo luo kata jo Africa. Jomoko wacho ni ingeni community ka community ginene pinyni. Nen gi kaka gilemo gilamo Nyasach. To iwacho ni after colonization no wawere gi Nyasachwa kaka walemo. Wakao shidawa. Watero ni Nyasaye moro. You can understand shidawa. Watero ni Nyasach jok nunego wabore pua. Koro jomoko wacho ni maybe problems wok bet solve nyangech wawuoyo gi Nyasaye moko understand. Waweyo Nyasaye mong'eyo ni mufana dwaro nen magima. Pa chieno
yo lalo yo.
Yes.
To kwa lalo yo.
Yes.
what roho lejo dinde moko mane nitiere chon ka. In fact, the earliest denomination in Kenya was founded by Luo people. Okay? Earliest churches, African churches, were founded by Luo people. And I'll tell you for a fact that when these things were happening then, magi joluo, magi onagi ma notamore bow down.
Yes,
To the system
godongo mago.
Exactly.
Ma owalo. Mago jomne menotemo question bana gimulamo ni Nyasachwa onge. Undeto.
Yes.
Yes.
The formations of other churches moving forward were not actually people who had accepted the white system of religion, but jogi no pando lembwa machon in a new way by saying, fine, we accept. Because it was either you go by the Bible or by the gun.
By the gun.
And why is Africa no achoni? Let us be cowards today. But tomorrow we shall be heroes. You know? And what that meant ni, wacha tu tukubali tu hii kitu wanatupatia.
Yes, sane.
But what they did is that later when they started gaining power marige, jogi no tamre. They splintered and kept the traditional ways of worship. When you hear the chant, the throat singing chants, Magluo, if you put those chants on what we call a cymatic table and started listening and seeing the visual representation of Luo chants, you're getting points at which the Luo chants reach hearts that you can't even believe. And these patterns are being created. If you put Luo chants on a cymatic chart, you'll get amazing things. Because where the origins of chants, these for me are the methods and tools of worship. Kakane wati yogada. Chants.
Yes.
You know, that frequency. Those are truly the beginnings of what we call connecting sound, vibration to thought and willpower, which is today's the object of worship.
Yes. Kila penjo moro. In fact, the next thing, nyicha somo kamoro ni slaves mnoka Africa kanoter kumnegini slaves kuche. Ulaya. Ne kuyeni gitimo two things. Kuyeni gichokro. To kuyeni gigobu. Get joka no understand ni bull. Ema jogi connect go gi Nyasach gi. Bull gi yorugo coded messages.
Kata bull werigo. Kawona kelo nugi kumoko kai.
Mane kumane.
Kumane walemo nugi kumoko because there were objects that could connect you to your ancestors.
Pap Mari.
Yeah?
Yes.
Not just bull.
Yes.
Iwacho ni joluo machon kane tiyo gi kwesi kata puga.
Yes.
Kwesi was for everyday use.
Kwesi
But puga, gima wan godo ni.
Puga nyalo.
Puga ni okena yany.
Yes.
Puga na yany. But puga.
But puga ni okena mna maro yiwa yogicha en spirituality.
En spirituality.
Yes.
Why? If you go to southern Sudan, ancient Luo kingships, a king could not be coronated without him drawing from the pipe. People could not open a ceremony without the drawing of the pipe. The pipe symbolized the smoke going into the water of the pipe. Yeah? And I think I have two. One is personal. To my is now what we call, Maja is a personal pipe.
Yes.
But pipe molo gitego kamai. My basically chant. Yes. Yeah. This pipe is what was used apparently for summoning spirits.
Yes.
You know. So ego aja. You know. So you're shaking the water and you're drawing from the pipe. Yeah. Maybe Neza assisted. I think we left one of the components in here. And here pipe Gima wamanyo is a certain stick, a bamboo stick. Did we get a bamboo stick? Odosho somewhere there? Yes.
Aya, kisungu bok piny matin. Sawa. Giluo bedo mang'eny.
Tokoro, when you connect this pipe here,
Yes.
yeah, seche moko ikete olaw matin.
Itugo
Wacho ni nang'e. Tikete kamae. How this pipe is working is that there is this one that goes into the water. And it was not only water that was put in there. Seche moko jomoko ne keto ga changa, but mae mane ikete changa. But wawacho ni kawuono wawuoyo koro.
Yes.
We are talking about the deeper things.
Yes.
What I'm about to show you is one of the oldest forms of Luo religious worship.
Yes.
And this is an icon of it. In the ancient culture mar Luo, wawacho ni nitie nyiseche moko manochwere kendgi.
Yes.
They brought themselves to life. Negi kelore kendgi. Negi omore kendgi. Negi chwere kendgi. Okay? And how this mine timre nikech wawacho ni seche mi ikaw puga tikete pi. Pi mokwongo. Pigno mokwongo. Pi en gima very holy e Luo culture kae.
Yes.
Nam, gi pi, gi Nile. Pi was very important to us. To kikaw gini to seche ikete gik moko ewi, seche moko ikete yath, inyakete nyasore, inyakete nyabende, inyakete gik mang'eny. Inyakete herbs mang'eny, ma herbs go seche mi take herbs go. Gin gi akia kaka waluonge gi dholuo, but gin hallucinogenic.
Yes.
And they are also very potent. These hallucinogens kodonje wi, they somehow connect you to what we call grade mar piny. Gidhuluo akia kaka wanyaluonge. Lakini wawacho ni sano ichako lago. Kagima ibedo alaga.
It
connects you to nyakalaga. Yeah. To joluo machon seche mane giwacho ni kisetieko tiyo gi puga. Because kata duond puga no yo seche mi yuaye to pigo mano wanu wawacho ga ni mano duond ruot. To kawuono joluo luongo frequency ni nyakalondo.
Yes.
To nyakalondo was the original name of the sound that the pipe makes. So when they saw a radio, and then they heard the radio talking and not seeing where the voice is coming from, they called that voice Nyakalondo. This was the voice that they heard from the pipe. That was the voice Marwat. To koro ikelo ne jaluo radio. To winjo ka radio kapok ichako radio machongo ne gigo komanyo station. Kosemako station. Yes? Which means you have connected to a frequency. Emomiyo joluo noluongo radio gi frequency nyakalondo. But the original frequency was the frequency of the vibration of the pipe. Now, when the pipe vibrates in your hand, it sends certain frequencies to your body, which causes healing. If you think that is not true, Nyane resonance healing in India, resonance healing in ancient worlds. The vibration of an object on your hand is a result of frequencies. Even today, your phones ring and they vibrate. Why? Frequencies are running through it. Sound is running through it. These sounds can either cause harm, and in most cases, the vibration of this causes harm. But the alertness of the vibration of your pipe causes a certain degree of healing. On top of the herbs, yes. So this was one of the objects that was used in prayers in Luo cultures. It connects, no connect to ancestors Magi. No connect, it is like a telephone. The same way it vibrates, the same way this person vibrates. But this one connects you to people. This connects you to Nyakalaga. Yeah.
To moro ni.
To koro mating'o ni. Mae wawacho ni en yiend koro. Jolecho be wacho ni gin gi ludhe moko ma giting'o ma gin yiend koro. Kawuono, josayansi wacho ni kimulo yien, nitie vibration ma yien miyi.
Imagine naneno mna gino nyoro.
Yes.
Godhiambo.
Nikigolo tiendi biwuotho tiendi nono.
Barefoot timako yien kama.
Timako yien.
Yes.
If you touch a tree.
Yes.
The resonance model that connects you to the earth and you is that this becomes your pole, your polarity. When Musa went up into the mountain, what did he receive? He received a staff with two snakes, which symbolized what? The spirit and the physical. The spiritual realm and the physical. Today, science ogolo thuola chiel. They only understand the physicality of medicine. But our ancient ancestors understood that having two snakes on your staff meant that you are understanding both the spirit realm and the physical realm. Now your pole, when you are a man who has come of age, in certain cultures like the Maasai, negimiyogi luth moro mar telo. Kata yowuoyi matino tindo negin gago. To kisemedo bedo ng'ama duong', nitie moko manimiyi manyiso ni koro in ng'ama jatelo. To kawuono, we do not even connect with the meanings of our items. Emomiyo walal matin. Emomiyo chuo gin chuo. Chon ule kijana ng'ama na wuoyi maratego ne bete dalane. To mako ludhe kamae. To ludhni symbolize gik moko adi ariyo. Kaketo kwer e ludhni an japur. To kagole nyiso ni I have the ability to go into battle. And this becomes your battle baton. Yeah? So you are a warrior. But kikete kwer, you are a farmer.
Kawadok gino nitie gima osechanda kabisa kiwinjo ka jowago mbaka. Ki ng'ato dwa defend ni story tiwinjo kochako history ni gi Adam and Eve. But in ng'enywa joma sani paro ni wachakre gi Adam and Eve. History wachakre gi Adam and Eve. While one history adwa ni explain na matin kokistike to Luo Africa. Religions mano exist kapok Adam and Eve would exist. Mondo joonge ne history oko chakre gi Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve ondek ka kwere waneno gati.
Anyago ni mbaka.
Yes.
Ni ne nitie ng'ato manigi nyithindo adek, manyiri. To chieng' moro nyathi achiel olal. To wuok nodhi manyo nyathini achiel molal. To lalo omanye mang'eny. Olal timanye. Kawuono wacho ni the looking for the beloved. The story of the looking for the beloved. Mane story moloso the Songs of Solomon e muma. To kisomo book mar Okot Bibitek, which is Songs of Lawino, song number 23, 24, you will find the same chapter might exist in Luo or exist in Muma unchanged. What will happen to our daughter in the day that she shall be given? In Songs of Lawino, actually, angoma biro timre e chieng' makoro nyarwa idwa kendi. Watim nade? Ni wamanyne osodo, mondo sod thunde mondo thunde obed madongo dongo. You see, these are Luo cultures, right? But if I go back to, I wander off sometimes when someone asks me questions moko. But if I'm to say, if I have to go back to your answer, truly there is no definitive Margimi Pension. Yeah? We cannot say Adam and Eve were the first. Because one go logi hawi. So there are songs in Luo ma olo ne manyo hawi. Hawi no lalme. You know? And when you read these songs, you will find these songs are in a Bible book called Songs of Solomon, yet they are found in ancient Nilotic chants. they give you the glimpse mar the origin of the beginning mar man, how naive Olo was.
Yes.
So if someone will ask me, was the story of Adam and Eve real? I would say very real. But it does not talk about one single person. It talks about a species. Owuoyo kuom kaka wan wantiere kaka wan dhano. Yeah? Because when I explain that this touch Noah, gi ak manogero. Ere kaka inya freeze bacteria at 0 degrees kionge fridge.
Iba.
Inya tingo polar bear nade. How do you carry a polar bear? How do you carry a hibernation space for creatures to hibernate like the polar bears and some of these bears, grizzly bears? Piny mo wantiere ni kaka offload. Piny wani is the ark.
Yes.
Story no poko rumo.
Yes.
Ark wani emotingo how many things? Male and female. So it means the story of Ologehawi or Adam and Eve connects to also animals, connects to insects, connects to nature, to plants, to pollination, whereby the male and the female and the beginning marge chakoneno.
Okay.
So I strongly believe that we need to have wang maradek.
Yes.
Mang'iyo gik moko matut mani e molo kaka wang'iyo gik moko gi oko.
Yes, and duoke penjo ni. According to ye mfano. Iparo nang'o miyo mkoloni kano biro to ne en very no timo everything possible mondo ogol culture wa gi kaka walemo to replace gi Islam gi Christianity. Ne konye nade ang'o mne mone where walem kaka ne walem tie kaka ne in akeka kete gi joluo. Was religion a colonization tool?
Of course.
Yes.
Of course, anyone who ngamok nya neno mano, mano ngama wiye rach. Mano ngama wiye rach straight up. You know? Because if in teko mari asinyiso ukae ni chant mane wa chant gi. Chants gi ne miyo ga teko. When you wake up in the morning, ti inyisori ni ara racha. Anan ngama rach. Anan ngama onge teko. As you think, so you become. Yes. But chants wagi ne chant wacho ni hero romangi. You know, we're chanting this chant. The songs that we sang, you know, they enter into our subconscious, they enter into our well-being, they enter into our DNA, they enter into who we become. So when you're being told not to speak your language, you're being killed. When you're told not to wear your outfits, you're being killed. When I walk around now with my rod, everyone will look at me differently. I was shooting a video, not shoot video more, 1 week ago. To not tell a video no kibuye. To video no is about masena gik matimre piny. Asero mogenya nam, ta wuotho tang'iyo gik matimre piny. To gik narwako kanzu moro kanyo, an outfit. And na wuotho. To karomo gi to ji penja ni in ng'a? Ineno? Tang'o mitimo, ikoro kanyo. To ang'o mokeli ka, itemo nyiso ang'o. Then I realized that people are very hungry for the divine things.
Yes.
But they could immediately relate me to a divine entity or somehow a divine purpose using what I had on me. When you're told not to speak your language, when you introduce yourself as Matthew Jr., as Matthew Andrews, then you're not who you are.
Yes.
You're forgotten who you are.
Koro yot mondo ngato ingeni colonization chakre mind. Mondo you forgot who you are, kata values mag gik min go minerals ni ango ngato nyaka ka ngi at least oweyi ka in idwa dhi e polo. In gima we wiya dhi wil gimoro ka, chanting. Joluo wero chant gi jowi. Jowi en buffalo. Nisha wago mbaka ng'ato, abe aonge answer. Ang'o miyo all animals joluo chant ga gi jowi. Get chanting is in connection wa gi gods wa. Ang'o mi paro na le mag bungu gite oyier jowi.
Jowi e dhiang' maduong'. Kungra dhienge madongo mantie e Afrika ka. Mane dhiang' maduong'. Mane dhiang' mamanwa.
Yes.
Ineno? To joluo wacho ni kane gia polo, negi lor olo hawi, to negi gin gi jowi. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So when we came from the sky, there was no creation story, no kuchwewa.
Yes, no kuchwewa. Fell.
Yes. When we came from the sky, we came with cattle and the bull, jowi. Jowi in Luo can be a buffalo, but in certain Luo cultures it can be a mighty bull. A mighty bull. Talking your religions machon, because today we are on that religious deepness, yeah? Kawa new religions machon, mane timre Egypt, Sudan. One of the biggest religions were the religion ngat milongo ni Hathor. Hathor. You know? And Hathor was symbolized by a horn. And the horn carried the sun.
Yes.
You know? That was what you could see in photographies whereby the sun settles in between the horn of a bull. You know? Symbolizing this is the land of Hathor. This is the land of Luo. This is the land of Onagi. This is the land of our ancestors.
Yes.
And they took that symbol of the sun setting between the two bulls' horns. And that was the symbol of what we call the deity Hathor.
Yes.
Yeah. Hathor had two energies. Nen male, Tusimoko nen female.
Kwadwoke luoka. Ngeche gikoda understand spirituality on tigi kokanya yaka understand. If when you joluo podane wild animal. If when you joluo tiyo gi wild animal pako ngama ki ngama gine wacho mano machanga akwach bwana. Machanga jowi ba kwaja yani wild animals are associated with strength. You know ka ndiye chomoga.
Nyang.
To domesticated animal, to gina yanyi guogni. Nepunda. Domesticated animal moero ge gin wati ko giga yanyi. Poka ido ngamba pando pako ngatu guo kidonjo.
But even kata sani don't want to need the big five.
Yes.
Big five.
Yes.
Animism, which was how the white man, kind of classified us. Negi wacho ni wana animists. Yeah? Why? Because no worship, no Walamo spirits maglegi. But mano is not very true. We only embodied nature. No connect gi nature. No makore, no tudore gi nature. So much that when someone is called Onyang, en nikech character gi nature mare chal gi mare nyang. And there is no distinguishment between us and animals sometimes. Ntie gik ma watimo ga kadhano ma seche moko watieka ni omera ngano ngama mnyama kweli. Ineno. Nikech onge kinda pogruok mar tim ngano gi lecha. Ineno. Yeah. Yamo mienegi mi nyinge dek. Moro minyuoli godo sa minyuoli godo. Moro mi the second name mar kwaru moro mar adek mar habit mari.
Yes. Koro mfano ko chomo kuma tieke nitie sani kiyudo ng'ato sani kata in kiwuok idhi go tamo gidhi lemo tiboyudo ka oganda wabone ni kaka ng'ama backward neni ka ngech no mzungu no wewa kwa believe ni margi maber to marwa rach. Iparo nitie gima wanya timo ba bro chopo time ma jibro accept ni oonge gi problem gi Christianity gi Islam gango. En mana ni gin religion ma jomoko.
Odonga nyisi gimoro. The moment winjo ka joluo wacho ni ayawa. Chon Israelites ne wacho ni Yahweh kata Yawa, which was the Hebrew name for God, Yahweh. One thing wacho ni oh God, donge guy but jolo wacho ni Yahweh. You are already saying the name of your Hebrew ancestors, how your ancient Hebraic ancestors used to say it.
We are connected. We are connected to Hebrews.
Yeah, we are. We are the ancient. We are the ancient tribes. Manogero, Egypt. Manogero, ancient structures in Israel. Yeah, and even before that, we were some speculation. Nyalo bedo kanyo. Wach moro nyalo bedo kanyo ni ok en wan man wagero gi. But kaka nenore pichni manitiere Egypt, walls mag Egypt, walls mag Sudan, gigo tango ji magin African. So whoever maneni kanyo manogero gigo must have left those things to a people who he trusted. Whether we are custodians of these ancient cultures, the gigi obedo handed down kubiro irwa from very powerful sources.
Iparo niya kawatie kokoro according to you, iparo ne important mondo wadoge kaka ne walemo chon spiritually, traditionally, ntie ber mondo onego wadoge kose ineno no wa maintain tuwe masanigi.
It is very important that we find the good gems. Gik mabecho manwa we. But it is also important that the Luo Council of Elders to also update the Luo software. To main watch moro monego benigi mako mapek kabisa. That gimoro okdong kaka nuwe. The Luo software has to be updated to a much more later version that is much more conclusive, inclusive, expressive, creative, and open-minded. Kuom gik matimre piny kawuono. Luo kitwa gi timbewa onego bed sat down. Those elders mwan godogo 120-130 gi ker manyien mwarwako ni onego bed piny gi joluo to gi chak nono wach updating Luo software marwa nikech en outdated matin. Wach ni warach, wach no rach. Watatemo wacho ni kata in kawuono ionge gi Nokia 3310. Sani in gi iPhone 17. If the Luo software wan godo no kawa ng'iyo roots maggi onya bedo ni it's very old. So it is very important, Odongo, that we upgrade and update that software.
But katemu winji, what keep it within our culture and tradition, but what update is applicable to the world makawuono.
Correct.
Yes.
So will it be wrong for us to be warriors and defend our tribe, both physically and social media wise? And spiritually? It is not. Is it wrong for me to hold my rod in front of a jury or a public space and walk with it and then not be arrested? Ni imaka itwe nikech awuotho gi. Ineno? Nikech koro adonjo kuonde ma dhano tiye Africa kae karwakre in an African way. Is it normal that ichungi nikech irwakri kaka onego bini irwakri Africa?
Yes. Eruka manojo Kenya na Amerika. Kama unagomba kama tuti kabisa. Maya magenga odombaka. Kai wawache giklugi kakaen. Wanya wacho moro ma okuberni kata maberni. Lakini kokwa gombaka bodi gikumachiendo kwa binge kumwadhe. Wacho ne kokwa ng'iyo kumnawa ae. To kumwadhi mbele bro bago. Bran eruka manokum mbaka migo kodwa matut. Kawuono wagombaka maji ok nyiere ji winjo. Kana winjo ok nyiere ke kanisa.
Weche luo tut.
Mano ne magenga wakwayo please subscribe, share, kin gi gimoro medwa nuwa wuoye, kin gi gimoro mag joluogi mawijo ka mfana nya wacho wapodobro dugo ka. Kineno kantie kama babine no ka wadwa wacho mabam kantie ka king'e midwa no wache kata kintie gi ka kin wuon ing'e ti gombo wache urwaki ka bat wakwayo mondo subscribe, share, comment. Brother, Wachidi mogik ni joluo kigoriti.
Anawacho ni sani nitie chier moro matimre e luo kae. Ok en gima nyien, onge gima nyien e piny ka.
Yes.
To chier mobiro ni miyo koro wan gi nyakla moro.
Yes.
Wan gi gala moro ma wan godo in our hearts. Wan gi romo moro motimre. To adwa goyo erokamano kuom jok mosebiro ma temo push unity marwa kaka joluo. Some of them are doing it through art, some of them are doing it through music, and through music wang'eyo. Sani nitie yowuoyi moko matiyo matek sana. To gino wadwa, gino wetewa. Some of them are our sisters. I would like to mention so many names. But the revolution mar luo timre. It was meant to happen. And if it is meant to happen, ka gini onego beni timre, onego beni wayaw wengewa matut kabisa kaka joluo, to wang'eni ang'omyo gini timre fast. Is it because we have passed through a lot of sufferings as a people? In Uganda, we are rebels. In Kenya, we are in opposition. In Southern Sudan, we broke a country in two. In Ethiopia, we are still what? Fighting civil wars as Nilotes. We have to look keenly who we are as Nilotes, why we are as Nilotes. And beginning with kakawan onagi kamae, thumbewa, timbewa, gikwa. Onego beni wang'iyo maber. To gigi wakao, to wakano maber.
Erokamano brother. Erokamano nyaka nyanam nyaka kidinyo machielo. Oriti makawuono.